Police arrived to bring order to the scene around 5 p.m. on Saturday, after reports of around 100 protesters amassing outside the hotel.
The Sun reported clashes between police and protesters outside the Britannia Hotel in London after law enforcement enacted Section 14 of the Public Order Act to move the demonstrators across the road from the hotel.
It keeps kicking off. Managing this movement of people is an ongoing battle. And the way it's filtered into communities across the UK, like here in Epping, has consequences. The government wants to close asylum seeker hotels, but that will take years. They describe the asylum system they inherited as broken.
Watch as migrants and locals clash outside a migrant hotel in Southampton.
At 7 a.m, the city was strangely quiet. People described it as the kind of quiet before a storm, the kind where the sky feels heavy and the streets hum with a nervous energy. There were rumours spreading across social media, rumours of a massive protest being organised, rumours of anger boiling over, rumours that big hotels on the outskirts of the city had become the centre of a controversy that no one seemed able to control. But most of the city went about its morning routine, unaware of how dramatically the day would unfold. By 9 a.m, a drizzle had begun, tapping against bus windows and gathering in tiny rivers along the curb. Commuters scrolled through their phones watching shaky videos of crowds forming in Manchester, Birmingham and London. These weren't small gatherings, they were growing by the minute. Thousands, tens of thousands, nobody knew for sure. At 10 a.m, the first live stream appeared that would later be replayed on news channels, analysed frame by frame. A crowd moved down a street near the Eastbridge Hotel, an old brick building recently repurposed as temporary migrant housing. The crowd was loud, chanting slogans that echoed off the walls. Some people carried signs, others carried nothing but raw emotion. Most were simply angry and wanted answers. Some were only there to watch. A few, too few, were there to calm things down. By 11 a.m, the crowd had swelled. A police line held at the end of the street, shields raised but unmoving, like statues in fluorescent yellow jackets. Officers shouted instructions into radios as residents peeked out from second-story windows, watching history unfold with their curtains half drawn. Inside the Eastbridge, families huddled in their rooms, confused and frightened, wondering why the world outside suddenly seemed to be turning dark. At noon, the turning point arrived. It was impossible to tell who started it or why, but all it took was one shove, one bottle, one spark, literal or metaphorical. The crowd surged. The police line gave way. The street filled with noise so loud, it seemed to shake the ground. People screamed, people pushed, people ran in every direction. It became impossible to tell who was protesting, who was fleeing, who was trying to de-escalate, and who simply wanted chaos. At 1 p.m, the Eastbridge Hotel was surrounded. The drone footage shows it clearly. A mass of people stretching farther than the camera could capture. A river of movement and fury. Some people banged on the doors. Others shouted toward the windows. But many in the crowd just stood there, shocked by how quickly everything had spiraled. Above them, smoke rose into the air, not from fire yet, but from flares and fireworks that someone had brought, their bright colours painting the sky in flashes of red and green. Inside the hotel, staff ushered residents into the basement. Children cried. Parents held them tightly. A manager named Leela tried to keep everyone calm, her voice shaking as she reassured a mother who kept asking if the building was safe. Nobody could answer that question honestly. At 2 p.m,